Hi everyone! Today we're going to learn about understanding the properties of multiplication and how we could better use it to understand the relationship between multiplication and division. And we're going to learn 3 different properties of operations to solve multiplication problems. We're going to make flashcards, so we'll go ahead and grab your flashcards and write commutative on one, associative on another, and distributive. I'll upload all these to a website after the school day is over, so if you have any questions or your parents need any help to help you on homework, then you can refer back to our class website so you could get a better understanding. And if you still need help, then there's an email and a phone number on there you can reach out to me. So for commutative property, the definition would be changing order of the number. The changing of the order of the numbers that we're multiplying does not change the product. So, for an example, we could do 4 times 3 equals 3 times 4. Both of them would equal 12, and it doesn't matter which order they are on either side of multiplication, either side of the equal sign. And then to get a better visual understanding, we'll use our columns and our rows to show when we draw. And we see that they're going down. And then we have our columns, we're going this way. And you can individually count each of them to see that they still equal 12 on both sides. Another example we could use is if 10 divided by 2 equals 5, then 5 times what equals 10? Well, if we refer back to how we know with division that if we divide 10 into 2 equal parts, we'll get 5. So what will multiply by 5 to get 10? You just kind of have to refer back to it. It's right there, and we'll get 2. And if we switch it up and try to find our answer with division, we can do if 6 times 5 equals 30, then what divided by 6 equals 5? Well, if we already know that 6 times 5 equals 30, then we would know if we did it backwards, 5 times 6, we go back to our commutative property. If 6 times 5 is 30, then 5 times 6 would be 30. And next would be associative property. The product of 3 numbers stays the same regardless of how the numbers are grouped together. So our formula, I forgot to say the formula for commutative would be A times B equals B times A. But anyways, back to associative. Our formula for associative would be A plus B in parentheses plus C equals A plus B plus C in parentheses. And so in this case, for an example, we could have would be 3 times 2 in parentheses times 4 equals 3 times 2 times 4. This would be in parentheses. This is also the same as they're both going to equal the same. And then we go to get a better visual understanding. We can break up each of the 2 sides, and we could do our rows and columns again. And if you need to individually count them to make sure, like triple check to make sure each of them equal the same, they do. And then finally for distributive, if you break it up, it would be the main word would be distribute. And when you distribute, that's like dividing or giving parts of something into other parts. And so it would also be multiplying the sum of 2 or more add-ins by a number, then to get the product, then add up the product. And so our formula would be A plus A multiply B plus C in parentheses would equal A times B plus A times C. So if you want a better understanding, you could even take your finger and go A to B and A to C. Or if you have a pencil, you can draw little arrows to each of them to kind of remind yourself to, when you get to that equal sign, to go, it'd be A times, go boom, A times B, and then you go back and go, and then we have plus, because we add both sides. We don't just go straight to multiplying. We add A times C. And then so for an example for this, we would have 3 times 2 plus 3 equals, when we go back, we go 3 times 2, then we plus, before we go to the next one, 3 times 3, which we would then have 6, because 3 times 2 is 6, plus 3 times 3 is 9, and then we know 6 plus 9 is 15, and that's how we would get the answer. So that's the 3 properties to use for multiplication. And if for our exit ticket, we will grab another index card, and I want you to write what you've learned today. And if you have any questions, write them on the bottom so I can go give it back to you. And if you have any questions, then put your name on it. If not, just put your desk number or locker numbers, whatever we're going off of in that case. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and see you tomorrow.